Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video. So this image is an old image that I've done some time ago. I don't remember when, but let's quickly go to the settings of this image. Alright, so this image was shot with the Z6. That's when I had it. I was shooting with the 85mm lens, and I was shooting at 1/125th of a second, f9, because I want the entire image to be in focus. ISO 100, and I was shooting with the Godox AD600 or Flashpoint. I think it's Flashpoint Light, yeah, same company. All right, so what I did actually, I started editing this image by removing the blemishes. So that's why you're not seeing the blemishes right now on the model's face. So what I'm going to start with is frequency separation, and you can get the frequency separation action by going to my website andredesignz.com, and you can go to downloads, and there you'll see the free action, and I have other things you can download and watch as well. All right, so what we're going to start with now is frequency separation. I'm going to click on the frequency separation tab there. I'm going to leave this at 6.4. You know what, I'm going to put this at a 5. I don't want the skin to look too fake or too plasticky, so yeah, so I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go down to the low frequency layer here. Then I'm going to go over to the mixer brush right here. The mixer brush is normally nested under brushes. So once you click on brushes, like you see this arrow right here, it means that there's more things under it. All right. So if you right click on it, you'll see the other options. So I took mine out. I took the brush out, the mixer brush out, because I use it all the time. For the mixer brush settings, my wet is at 24, but ensure that there is no color here. It should look just like this. And if you click this button right here, it will remove any color. The load is at 75, mix is at 90, flow is at 100. All right, what we're going to do now is to zoom the image in, and I'm just going to, yeah, I think that is good enough. What I'm going to do now is to paint on the image, and the mixer brush basically flattens the image. So I'm just going to do this. Let me undo this for a minute, because what we want to do is to ensure that, all right, so now we have a color. So if you notice, you have this issue here. You have a color right here now, but for some reason I'm mixing on the blank layer. But you want to do this, and it will clear it. Go down to the low frequency layer. As a matter of fact, I'm going to undo this. Right. I'm on the low frequency layer. So what you want to do now is to just brush, and it will bring everything together. There are sometimes you're going to be doing this and you're not going to see anything happening. And what you may need to do is to get your radius a little bit lower, or you can play with the wet, get it higher. So all I'm doing is just flatten the area. And I'm brushing in the direction where, you know, the light is on the face, how the face is structured. So you have to keep that in mind as well. You don't just want to brush any and everywhere. If the area is dark, you brush in that area. If the area is light, you brush in that area only. You don't want to mix the light area with the dark area, because if you do that, it's going to look weird. All right, so I think I like what I have so far. Let's look at the before and after for the frequency separation. Before, after. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more on it. Like right here, I'm going to flatten here a little bit more. All right, I think I'm okay with this now. So I'm just going to use the same frequency separation layer to do the hands and chest. So I'm just going to the light area, I'm just going to paint down once. And then the dark area, I'll paint down once. Or twice. So let's look at it before and after for just the arm. Before, after. So all I'm doing, just go down in one direction. In the light area or the dark area. Don't want to mix them. And if you have, when you're working near to the armpit, you want to get the light area to the dark area if your model has any dark area close here. Like right here, if it's dark, you paint from the dark to the bright. Sorry, you paint from the bright to the dark. All right, I love this so far. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shape the face because the face is now flattened. You want to shape the face. No, I wonder if I should have you guys edit this image as well. I don't want you guys to be posting this image all over the internet. I actually have a group that you guys can post the images in. Currently, I have 1.3 thousand members. I haven't been posting here because I've been so busy, but I see that people are posting still, so that's good. So you guys can actually post the image here if I provide you with the link to use the images. All right, or the image. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some more removal of the blemishes. So I'm going to create a new layer. All right, and that's Control Alt Shift E if you're using Windows, and it's Shift Option Command E for Mac. All right, so I'm gonna go here to the patch tool, and I'm gonna zoom the image up and just remove some more of the blemishes. The patch tool works best for me. So whatever tool works for you, you use that. So even though you may remove some of the blemishes in the starting of the your edit, there are times, you know, when you make some adjustment like frequency separation and some other things, you know, you may see some more things that you need to remove. And you want to zoom out and check it out again. So I see right there, 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 there. Let's see if I could remove this. All right. I think I'm good with that so far. So what I'm going to do now is to do some dodge and burning. So I'm going to come here to the dodge, and dodge is basically highlighting. I'm going to get my brush, ensure that you are on a soft rounded brush. All right, and I'm going to put my opacity. Well, opacity is going to be at 100 and the flow is going to be at 1%. And then what you're going to do is just paint on the highlighted area. So you're going to be enhancing the highlighted area. And some areas that should be highlighted, if it's not highlighted, you can highlight it. All right, so I'm going to highlight the forehead. Gonna highlight here under the chin. Gonna highlight under the eye. All right, let's look at the before and after for what I've done so far. So before, after. So now that I've done with the highlighting, I'm going to be doing, oh, no, I'm not done with highlighting. I'm going to highlight here as well. I'm going to highlight here. There's no highlight here, but I'm going to highlight it. Right there. Cheekbone. Good. Before and after again. So before, after. Now I'm going to do some dodging, which is contouring. And this will now shape the face. So I'm just gonna come right here a little bit like that. Don't want to add too much like that. Let's look at before and after for that. Before, after, just a subtle change. Nose bridge. Here as well, so the highlighting can be more strong. All right, I think I like what I've done so far. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, let's look at it before and after for everything, excluding the removing of the blemishes, because I've done that before the video start. All right, so I'm gonna hold on, is it command? I'm holding on command and then press that. So that's the before, that's the after, before, after. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do another frequency separation on the image, but I'm gonna remove this one because for some reason if you add frequency separation while you have another one open, it just messes the image up. So I'm gonna create another frequency separation. I'm gonna keep it at 6.4, go down to the low frequency layer, click on the mixer brush, and I'm just going to blend out what I've done so far. So right here, let's blend it out. Before, after, I'll blend this out as well. All right, I love that. All right, so down here now we have a little, I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but I'm going to go to the top frequency layer, well, the high layer, and then I'm just going to do some patching. This should fix down here. This happened when I was actually removing the blemishes before. Let me undo that. All right, that looks better. I'm going to come down to the low frequency layer. I'm going to press M on the keyboard for the mixer brush because that is my shortcut. And I'm just going to brush. All right, so something is not right there. All right, let's try it again. You don't want to go too much to the end of the image because with using the mixer brush, if you go to the end, you might take something from over the other side and it will cause you to have things like these right here. Let me just go back and see something. All right. So I'm gonna go back again to the high frequency layer and I'm gonna try to remove some of these again. These little details are very important, trust me. All right. That's good so far. Right here is really hard to work on, trust me. All right, so I'm gonna create another frequency separation action. This time I'm gonna put it at 3. I'm gonna zoom up some more because what I want to do, I want to try to flatten out and smoothen out that part there. Seems like it's working. Let me see it before, after. Perfect, it's working. All right, so this little spot right here, let me see if I can fix it. Gonna create a new stamp visible layer, and it's Control Alt Shift E, and then I'm just gonna use the patch tool and do this. Let me just try to do Shift Backspace for content aware. Let me just try to use the clone stamp tool. I think I went out too much, but I think I can work with that. But I'm going to undo it and just bring it in a little bit. You know what? Maybe I can just do the stamp. Let me just see. Stamp. Nah. Let me just undo this. I'm just gonna pull. So I'm gonna do the patch tool. I'm gonna select this area. Wait. Select right here. And then I'm gonna move it up. All right, I'm gonna get the brush. I'm gonna create a new layer. I'll get a brush. I'm gonna sample right here, and I'm just going to just paint it in. Yeah, that fixes it. Good. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, so I'm going to quickly color the image. But before I color the image, I have to fix right here. So I'm going to create a new layer again. And then just going to select right here. Let me try content aware and see what happens. Content aware looks okay. Let me try to clean up here a little bit. All right. I could make a selection here. Kinda. I'm gonna get the patch tool. Not the patch tool, the clone stamp tool. I'm just gonna do this. Not sure what it's gonna look like, but let's see. It looks fine. Just gonna sample right there. So all I'm doing right now is to sample and paint using the clone stamp tool. All right, I'm gonna bring this around here. I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna try something. Just gonna sample and paint. Then I'm just gonna lower. Let me see. Personally, I'm not good with fixing here. Trust me, I'm not good at it at all, and it shows. So I'm just gonna do that. There's actually a shadow under it. Should I leave it like that though? Let me try something. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna get a this right here. I'm just gonna draw like a shadow under it, like oh, I'm still on the clone stamp tool for some reason. Maybe I could do this and then bring it up like that. Not sure. Bring up the opacity a little bit. I'm trying to mimic this shadow here, but I don't think I'm doing a good job. Well, it looks good from afar. All right, I'm going to just lower the opacity a little bit more. maybe like that. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna fix the remaining portion. So I'm going back to the clone stamp tool, get it a little bit bigger, sample and paint. Oops, too much. All right, I think I'm okay with that. I'm just going to do the clone stamp again, sample and paint over this side here. Like that. Right here as well. Like that. I think I'm okay with that. I am now going to remove the background. So quickly, I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to pull this behind this. I'm going to find, let me see, I'm going to do her skin complexion for the background. I'm going to Alt backspace or Option backspace. And that would be Control backspace just to use the foreground. And then I'm going to click on the first layer here. Then I'm going to go to Properties. And you can find Properties under Windows right here. And then I'm going to remove background. Just like that. Then I'm going to click here on the background layer. I'm going to create a new layer. And then I'm going to select white from the foreground like that. And then I'm going to get my brush bigger by using the bracket on the keyboard. All right, so this is not the brush, this is the brush. I'm gonna change my opacity to about 33%, get my brush bigger, and I'm gonna click once, twice, thrice, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, just like that. I like this. And then I'm just going to create a new stamp visible layer, Control Alt Shift E. And then I'm gonna go to what's this called again? Filter, Camera Raw, and I'm going to be using one of my Camera Raw presets. So I'm gonna click right here. I'm gonna click on this preset right here, the Warm Touch, and if you go to my website again, you'll see where to go to download it. And then I'm going to lower the opacity for that to about right there. And we have the before and after right there. Gonna press OK. And then I'm gonna zoom in and see if there's anything else I need to remove. Gonna press J on the keyboard for the patch tool. I did not do a good job here, guys. Sorry, but yeah. I know I could do a better job, but another time. All right, guys, so that is the finished product. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Again, I see where I can make some more adjustments right here, some fine-tune adjustments. I don't want this video to be 25 minutes, so yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be uploading this to my Instagram so you guys can go there and like it. Have a wonderful day.